Super sponsor, Nemadji. Bill, it's a great pleasure to get with you today on this Zoom call. How you been doing?
Max, I'm doing great. Always good to talk to you. It's been a crazy time. Finally turned the page on 2020 and we're starting into a new year. It's been a little bit rocky, but things are good.
That's excellent. So tell us about yourself and Nemadji and what are you guys up to this year that's a little different from last year?
Yeah, I appreciate that. So my name is Bill Eikost. I live in the Atlanta area and I work for a company out of northern Minnesota called Nemadji. And Nemadji's been around now for over 35 years across the country. We provide a couple of solutions. We provide a back-end data analytics recovery solution called eligibility detection, EDS, that is intended to look for insurance on older aged accounts that did not previously have insurance attached to them. We're trying to help hospitals turn uncompensated care into revenue. And we certainly know that that's top of mind right now with everything going on. It doesn't have to be a back-end solution. It can really fit in the hospital's process anywhere post-service, but can really be a great source of some incremental revenue that the hospitals might not otherwise have. And then second to that, we have a denial management solution we call Resolve that is helping hospitals work through some of those denials that they are having some challenges with and making sure that they're getting that revenue collected. It continues to be a big issue for providers, and we provide not only the tool that we use, but the resources to put on those accounts so that nothing gets left on the table. Coming up on 8 years with Nemadji, so it's the longest I've been anywhere since I've been in the industry now, over 30 years. So I can't say enough about the organization and about the people.
Well, it certainly speaks to that, and it speaks to the necessity of the service.
Yeah, I think so. Hospitals are really focused right now. I was talking to somebody the other day and saying, they're really so focused on this pandemic and the challenges that it presents, and trying to also anticipate what's happening going forward. And I think it's important to every now and then step out of the trenches and look at the big picture and just make sure that you're focused on a lot of the things that really can make an impact. I, for one, can say there are a lot of great companies out there with a lot of great people that are doing a lot of great work that would love to be part of the solution, but it's a real challenge to connect right now.
That's what we relied on the institutes for, right?
It's been different. I can't say enough about the people at Nemadji. I mean, I feel like in a lot of ways we haven't missed a step through all of this, but I know that people are working exceptionally hard. We've all had to adjust. We've all had to pivot. We moved everybody to a remote work from home environment pretty quickly. And certainly from my perspective, I'm coming up on a year almost of some very insignificant travel. So I've had to sort of reinvent, if you will, or rethink how I'm connecting with people. And I'm thankful for HFMA to be able to do that. HFMA has been a source of a lot of wonderful relationships and friendships over the years. And I just love being able to stay connected with those people. But I miss them a lot. I think we're all saving up some hugs for each other, and look forward to getting back out there face to face real soon.
I think we all kind of need that for sure.
HFMA as an association, I think is as valuable now as it's ever been. I mean, it provides a wonderful source of education, still networking. I've been on a lot of virtual happy hours and joined some webinars and some roundtables on different things, and still continues to be very informative. There's just so much going on in the world, in the industry, and it's hard to stay on top of it all on your own, and so connecting with not just the Georgia chapter, but the chapters in Region 5 and the chapters across the country, there's a wonderful amount of information that can be gained. And for me, I've never been on the hospital side of the desk. I've always been on the vendor or business partner side. And so this really helps kind of keep me up to speed as best I can as to what's going on in the industry.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good that we can still lean on them and also our peers as far as the sales and the knowledge that comes along with all the other folks in our industry that are so willing to provide great information and great knowledge and to share their experiences. And ultimately it helps us all.
Yeah, we're just trying to stay relevant. We realize we're not able to get together face to face with people, but just trying to stay connected. If you go to Nemadji's LinkedIn page or Facebook page, you'll learn a lot about the company and a lot about the people. But we feel like during this time, it's been important to still be a resource for people, for providers, even if it's just something that might be encouraging to people, to get them through another day. This has tested all of us. I'm an eternal optimist, I think, as you know, but even this has tested how much I've got in the tank, and it's hard from day to day to put your best foot forward, but it's important that we do, and I think it's important that we remember we're not out there by ourselves. We got a lot of other people out there, trying to do the same thing, and we need to be supportive of one another.
And speaking of what gets you up in the mornings and keeps you motivated, do you have like a nice quote for us or something that?
I do a couple. I'm really motivated by stuff like that. I love some inspirational reading. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and some books on some audio books and that kind of thing. But a couple things, just in general, for me, a life motto has always been treat people the way you want to be treated. I'll credit my dad especially for instilling that in me. And secondly, as it relates to business, is if you continue to do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. And that, I think, for me personally, it challenges me to think differently, to be creative, but I encourage other people to think about that too. If just to not get stuck in the same old routine. It's okay to try some new things. In a lot of cases, the worst thing that can happen is it won't work out, or it's not a good fit, and you do something else. But you've got to take the blinders off and really be open to all that there is out there for you. So.
Mm-hmm. Always the optimist. That's definitely sums you up for sure.
Well, it's I try to be, man. There's too much negativity in the world. It's important to put some positivity out there. And even if it's in small doses, and if you brighten one person's day, you're doing okay.
Oh, I can say for sure that every time that we converse, I always get a little brightened up too. So you do. Well, you don't have to share it.
I appreciate that. It's always good to see you. One last thing I was going to share with you, and you maybe were going to ask, but just as far as Nemadji's commitment to HFMA, it's as I said, individually, it's been a wonderful association. I've been a member now over 30 years, and have met so many wonderful people. Some of my closest friends in the world I met through HFMA, and I still really am grateful for those relationships today. But Nemadji looks at HFMA as an opportunity to invest back, I think, in the market that we serve. And as I mentioned, even though we're not together face to face, it's still important to support the association, support what the different chapters are doing, to keep the members informed. And it's a partnership for us. I mean, we've been a silver sponsor of the Georgia chapter for as long as I've been with the company. And it's just really important, I think, that we take advantage of the opportunity to give back a little bit and be a resource. People want to get to know each other. They don't want to just hear from you when you want something or you want to sell them something. I think it's important to invest in people and really understand who they are and what they're all about. And HFMA has certainly been a way to do that.
You are definitely the model. If a individual wanted to understand how to best get value out of an HFMA membership, it's the way that you do it for sure.
Well, that's nice of you to say. I mean, I appreciate it. I'm always willing to talk to people about what I perceive to be the benefits of being a member of HFMA. But, it's just about, again, being out there. I'm a people person, so I'm gonna be with the group more often than I'm gonna be in a corner by myself.
Right.
But it's just putting yourself out there, and just testing the waters and things. I remember one story real quick in particular. I remember Kimberly Farmer years ago was asked to be the newsletter editor for the chapter, and she said, "What in the heck do I know about being the newsletter editor?" But it was out of her comfort zone. And she agreed to do it. And of course, the newsletter was awesome that year and everything. And so, an example of stepping out of your comfort zone, I'll always remember that story. And she thought she was crazy for taking on the responsibility, but it worked out just fine.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And a little bit of this is out of my comfort zone. I'm usually behind the camera,
Yeah. But it's been great. I mean, you've offered some really wonderful opportunities for people to connect in a different way. And I think it's important that we just try to be creative and put some content out there that, some folks might pass it up. Others really might appreciate it and look forward to it. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, cool. Anything else that you can add to the wonderful world of HFMA?
Yeah, no, I just would wish everybody well. And, again, I look forward to getting back out there. We need to do it right. When the time is right, I think we'll know it. But I look forward to getting back out there and seeing everybody, and encourage people to stay plugged into HFMA. It's got a lot to offer, and will provide you some wonderful relationships, both personally and professionally, for sure. So just appreciate the chance to visit with you.
Awesome. It was great seeing you.
All right, man.
Even if it's a Zoom. Here,
Yeah.
Give me a bump. Here,
Right.
There
you go.
The COVID, it's called the COVID bump.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, Bill. Take care.
All right, you too, Max.
Super sponsor, Nemadji.